Crypto dipped, you say? Which dip? Everything pumped higher than before. Within just one day, this one's for the history books. AI is leading the way. There's some crazy stuff going on, but it's not only that. The other narratives are going vertical as well. Of course, Bitcoin as a herd leader included. Will we just continue pumping and don't look back? Or is this all fun and games with a bigger correction around the corner? Stay around, I'll tell you in this video. Let's go. And with this, welcome to my new format, Crypto News. There's so much happening right now, it's not enough to only give you single altcoin reviews and Bitcoin updates. So in my Crypto News videos, you will learn about anything important that happens within the crypto markets. In my last video, I told you it's very much possible to continue the uptrend as liquidations were already at over $1 billion. And otherwise we could see a second wick down. But what happened just shortly after was a heinous pump that reversed most of the dump. And this gives us an extreme indication of how strong the market is right now. I mean, less than a day later, the market already decided. So from the new all-time highs, we just went down around 15%, small wick below the EMA 200, ran it back turbo, and now we're consolidating for a bit. But that's nothing compared to what we saw in the AI narrative. Look what rndr did. Alongside Bitcoin, we had this wick in the 1.618 zone, which is a zone I already marked for a potential dip in my last video where I was talking about rndr, and from there we turbo pumped to the 2.618 within a couple of hours. This whole move is 60%, and it's not just rndr, also Paul AI, also plus 65%, OXO 32%, and in this case the correction was minor. Prime underperformed a little, just 11%, basically just undid the correction. Fetch AI, a ridiculous move. From the bottom of the wick to the top of this move, more than 100% within a couple of hours again. Then Agix did around 80%. But, and that's the thing we have to keep in mind, even though all of these AI coins had a massive pump, one of the newcomers of the sector, opsec, which I already talked about, had a crazy dump at the same time. More than 60%. But as you can see, we're back in this zone here, so nothing to worry about. But this is exactly the stuff newcomers in the crypto market have to learn. Because if you go on a trade with leverage and you think it's not possible to get stopped out, everything is pumping, well, this is an example of what could happen. And if you feel too sure and don't have a stop loss ready and your account is set on cross leverage, then well, I think your account would have been wiped out. So be careful. So, but why is it that AI coins are so hyped up at the moment, even more than the other narratives? I mean, it's obvious AI is a leading technology at the moment. We're seeing so many developments, it's mind-boggling. But one of the main reasons could be that Nvidia is hosting a conference, the GTC, which is fully focused around AI and will start on March 18th to March 21st. And the amazing thing is Jules Urbach, the founder and CEO of rndr Network, will speak at this conference, same as he already did in 2022. And it's not just him. In the panel discussions, we also have Ilya Polushkin, a co-founder of Near Protocol, another blockchain project. And as you can see, it's listed near OpenAI, Sarkana AI, Inceptive, so big players in the AI space. These are the subtle signs that crypto is nearing mass adoption and broad acceptance within many industries. And of course, this is super bullish for the whole AI narrative within this crypto bull run. Also, I think the next 2 weeks till this conference will pump AI crypto coins even more and fuel hype even more. Speaking of AI, I want to show you something here. Based on CoinMarketCap, the whole crypto AI market is valued at around $37.5 billion. So meaning every AI project that is out there. Then when we're looking at another narrative, the gaming narrative, in my opinion, the second most hyped up narrative besides AI for this bull market, this one's sitting at around $31 billion. And this is really low in comparison. This shows to me that even now it's really undervalued. Because let me show you something. Meme coins have a combined market cap of $54.5 billion. Meme coins that don't have any utility are way higher in market cap than gaming and AI. And the Solana ecosystem, so every coin that has to do with Solana, is nearly $200 billion. So I think you can see what I'm trying to tell you here. In my humble opinion, I think we can see extreme pumps in both of those sectors, with single projects easily doing 100x and even more. And for the whole sector, I think we can easily expect around $200 billion, if not significantly more. Because let me show you the combined market cap of the DeFi sector This one topped out at around $169 billion and currently sits at around $111 billion. The big difference is DeFi is pretty much a niche, and it's hard to comprehend for most of the people. AI is something that everyone already has heard about, and if someone enters the crypto space and has a possibility to buy a coin, then he will likely stick with what he understands. And AI and gaming are super easy to understand for most people, and therefore I think this is where funds will go. Same as in last cycle with the NFT craze, it's a lot easier to understand why to buy a cute JPEG or basically digital art compared to a very complex DeFi project. And this is also the reason why everyone talked about NFTs in mainstream media, but nobody talked about DeFi. And I think we will see something similar for AI and gaming as well. And the thing with AI is it's not just the hype, there's a real utility to reshape the history of mankind, and we're seeing extreme investments at the moment. The founder of OpenAI, Sam Altman, seeks $7 trillion in investment for a new project. This is record sums of investment flowing into the sector. So what kind of price development should we expect now? Will we never see dips again for Bitcoin and all the other crypto coins? Will it be just up only for the next year? Well, of course not. Everyone is hoping for that, but that's just not reasonable. And that's not how markets work either. But the current momentum and price action shows us that we definitely could go up faster than we thought. There's two patterns I would like to show you. The first one is this Wyckoff reaccumulation trading range, which played out near perfectly for this range here. As you can see, we had this kind of double top part right here. So basically exactly this part. Then we moved at support, had a pump to the resistance. Same here, move, pump to resistance. Small creek down, then a pop to range highs and above. Same here, range highs and above. And this is a pattern that builds strength for a new uptrend, which we saw, followed by this enormous dump, which, as I said, was fully retraced within a very short amount of time. Now, let me show you another important pattern, which I already teased in my last video. In the top window, you can see the last cycles. So this is the COVID dump here for reference, and then we creeped up and started the bull run. And then when we hit the formal all-time highs back then, we had this small reaccumulation phase here. And if we zoom in, we can see this looks a lot like what we have now. In both scenarios, we hit all-time highs, had a retrace, and back then this was also around 15%, the same what we have now. Then it pumped straight away back to all-time highs, made a higher high, then creeped for some time, and then we finally broke all-time highs and got into price discovery. So far so good. This looks very similar, so we just creep here and then go into price discovery. But the really cool thing about this comparison is the time frame, because what here happened within just a day took a week in 2020. And then this part here took another 11 to 12 days, then another 3 days, and then we pumped. So with things developing right now, and if we in fact do mimic this pattern from last cycle, we could go into price discovery within the next 2 or 3 days. On top of that, ETF inflows are still sky high. And as long as they stay this high, there's basically no reasons and no possibilities for market to have bigger retracements. So the first warning sign for us is if ETF inflows are going down, or especially if they significantly go down, this could then make for a big retracement of maybe around 30%, which is completely normal within a bull market as well. As we can see here in the bull run of 2017, on the way up, we had retracements of 33%, of 40%, of 40% again, and 30%. This is very normal. Just for reference, if we would get a 30% dump from current prices, this would bring us to around 45,000, which also is kind of a support area. I'm not saying it will happen. I just told you with current momentum, we could see price discovery within a couple of days. But nevertheless, always be prepared for this big dumps. They are for buying, even if there will be enough people calling out the new bear market. These are amazing buying opportunities, especially if you're still sidelined. So the right time to have FOMO is not now at all-time highs. It is when we get this kind of dips. There's just one concern I have at the moment, and that is the extreme strength of meme coins. For example, Doc with hats right here. This coin did an easy 6x in this upward move here, and also Dogecoin, Floki, Myro, etc. are basically outperforming most of the other coins. And historically, this is a sign that the rally is overheating. I mean, this could go on for some time, but this is first signs of a bigger retracement forming in the markets, and also a sign that retail is more and more coming into the markets. We can also see this with Google Trends. We're now sitting at around the 40-point mark, which is still pretty low. But in my last video where I showed this Google Trend chart, we were at around 20 points. And another sign that retail is coming is that the Coinbase app surges into the Apple App Store top 100. So in past cycles, this had been an indicator that retail is getting more and more interested in buying cryptocurrencies. And as you know, retail is always late to the party. And when they start to buy, they get hit hard and sell everything to the more experienced market participants that scoop up the coins for cheap. So all in all, crypto is crazy right now. The bull market has officially started. Altcoins will pump left and right. If you think you missed out, there will be enough gains left in this cycle. So it doesn't matter if you're new to the crypto space or a crypto veteran. I got you covered on this channel. You'll get the most important news, insights, and reviews. And if you haven't subscribed yet to this channel, please ask yourself why and do it now. Join the greatest runner-up crypto community out there. You really don't want to miss any of the next videos. As always, this was not financial advice. Please always do your own research and due diligence. This was Prince for you. Crush the markets. Until next time, goodbye.